It's a different kind of mentality growing up, that were there a lot of other first generations growing up for you?
Oh yeah, I think what's great about Canada is it's so multicultural. So I grew up with a lot of individuals from different backgrounds who immigrated to Quebec, or Quebec is the province that Montreal is in, or different parts of Canada. I think that's what I always appreciated. People always like to ask me on podcasts, have you ever been bullied? And I always go, you know what? I guess it's being a Canadian. I got bullied maybe once or twice in my entire schooling life, but I guess because everyone's super nice. Like I remember when I was 5 years old, I had like a surgery on my arm, so I always had like a cast, and I was like a 5-year-old, and it didn't know how to speak English. I mean, sorry, French.
Yeah.
So you would expect, right, that everyone around you is like making fun of you. But no, the Canadian kids were really nice to me. They're like, oh, we got to figure out what this kid is saying. We got to be friends with him. So very grateful for the Canadian life.
That's cool. Yeah. They were sign your cast, but you couldn't read it.
Yeah, that's
so
that's so true. I never thought about it that way.
Did they even do that out there? Sign their cast?
I think so. That's you just planted a seed. I think I have to go ask my mom, but I think they did.
Well, the French guy in Talladega Nights, he wanted to sign Ricky Bobby's cast, and so that guy was a barrel of laughs. So I guess that's any indication. So it's a tradition. So anyways, I digress. So now you're a young guy. Do you know what you want to do after you do? First of all, after high school, did you go to college?
Yeah, absolutely. So I went to university. I pretty much took the traditional path that all of us did. And what I'm doing now is completely different than what I thought I was going to be doing. I went to school for accounting. And I was going to be a numbers guy. Fun fact, when I was 12, and they ask you in your, what do they call that in English? It's like at the end of the year school book.
Yearbook.
Yearbook, thank you. And they go, what do you want to be when you grow up? And when you're 12, everyone's like, astronaut, or like physicist, or like actor, right, or Hollywood. Yeah. And my answer was accountant.
Yeah, you wanted to be an accountant. Yeah, why did you want to be an accountant?
Oh, super easy, Michael. Because the only thing I cared about was making money. Because I wanted to provide for my mom. She was struggling so much. My family was. So I was like, I need to get a good job out of whatever I end up doing. And thankfully, being an accountant was easy choice for me. Because I noticed I had 90s in math, and I had 50s in everything else. I was like, I should probably do something math related with my life.
Well, real quick, where are your parents from? You said first generation. Where are they from?
They're from Sri Lanka.
Okay. All right. So, that's, heavily, traditionally, not to stereotype, but heavily involved with education.
Very much so.
And to practicality of maybe, some science, or something that, like accounting is was your mom and dad say, yeah, we like the sound of that.
Oh yeah, there's pretty much four. Let me even push this because it's true. There's four choices when you're South Asian and you're Asian. It's accounting, engineering, doctor, or loser. You get to pick which one of the four which one you want to be. And unfortunately for me, it turned out that with my gifts and talents, I fell in the first three categories. So I was okay.
Okay, so now you're going to college for that. Now, when do you start to say, hey, wait a second, I want to do something different than the numbers?
Yeah, for sure, man. It's funny, just to push on this a bit more, I didn't want to be an entrepreneur or a YouTuber. Come on, I thought that was for rich people. Why would I want to pursue a career in that? But what happened, Mike, was when I was in university, I used to do these things called case competitions. Think of it like professional sports, but for nerds. It's the easiest way to explain this. So while other people were doing, I don't know, rugby or soccer or basketball or something else dangerous, as you can tell, I'm not built for that kind of stuff.
Well, you look great, though. For people that can't see, he's got a nice little sweater on. He's got the white and blue checkered, clean, really, strapping, good-looking kid.
Oh, thank you. Thank you.
You still look like a kid to me.
Oh yeah, good times, man. I'm definitely grateful for the mentors that I was able to mature really quick. But anyways, hopefully,
yeah.
That's
what are these contests? You started this, or they were already doing it?
Oh, I wish I started this. Wouldn't that have been cool? I was the creator of this thing.
I don't know.
But no, unfortunately. So basically, what happened is, let me give you a bit of context. I know it's confusing for most people listening. Is essentially the reason why most of these students do this. You essentially do professional sports for presentations. And the reason why most people did this was to get great jobs at it, corporate. So basically what would happen is executives from like Walmart or Nike or big companies would sponsor these competitions and sit down. We're talking like vice presidents of companies, senior vice presidents. And they would sit down and watch 20-year-old kids, 22-year-old kids give presentations and go, I like that guy, I like that gal, and give them job offers.
Like a farm.
Yeah.
Well, no, like a farming, like for baseball.
Absolutely. Oh, yeah. You got it. It's kind of like scouting, right? Scouting for like the next executive talent.
Yeah.
So that's essentially how I got really good at communication, but more specifically coaching it to other people, because I was coaching people for free because we couldn't afford a speech coach, and I was getting really good at these competitions, and I wanted to add value back into the association. That's what ended up happening.